Yeah, welcome back at Eurobike Future Challenge booth at Eurobike 2025. And we are here at the Powerbox 1. So this is a new Formula One team, or what is it? Jakob, can you explain about it?
Okay, thanks a lot. Actually, the Powerbox is a project for out-of-home charging. And out-of-home charging should be as universal as it should. So that's why the energy bus interface was chosen for the out-of-home charging, and plenty of different charging cables for plenty different e-bikes. So this is a part of cycling infrastructure, which supposed to be available virtually anywhere in tourism areas, also in offices, in bike sheds, and in households, bike sheds in your home. According to new EU regulation, every house, every office supposed to have such a device for charging light electric vehicles, e-bikes namely.
So your company is located in Prague, in Czech Republic. Mm-hmm. And what's your history with out-of-house charging, as you said?
Okay. I've started, so there is no way to put the charger in. And so we find out the sponsor for the first network of bikes network of, I think, 40 locations in Moravia, in the Jeseníky region. So the first base of the network was subsidized publicly. And then being seen, it really makes sense to charging stations or the parties who were interested started so nowadays there is about 500 locations in Czech and about 40 in Slovakia who are up and ready and who are serving the electric cyclists in Czech. But the device we developed back in 2020 or 21 was not very universal because it was just a very simple box with the built chargers inside without any communication, without any logic, which fulfills the need of their times fleet of e-bikes. Nowadays, the bikes which are being used and which will be used only with the communication need a different tool. That's why at Eurobike 2025 we are promoting here a very new device which we call the Powerbox new generation, which is built on the standard energy bus connectors and which will be able to communicate with the most batteries on the market.
Okay, so this, I think my battery is dead.
Oh.
Take this one. My microphone is not working anymore. Too many talks the last days and Eurobike, but so this is the magnetic connector, so the energy bus, which is also published IC connector from 2023 when the standard was released, and it will allow that to make it interoperable with most of the bikes of the past, and anyhow the whole thing will become much easier when in the future the bikes already come with the right interface. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is I think the challenge to overcome this transition period. So I really welcome your activity to make it easier for the users to overcome this time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that it's a project which will become very normal, that maybe in the bicycle garage of a multi-story building, several of these will be found near the bike parking.
Yep. And the charging cable is an enabler for the infrastructure. So instead of carrying the hefty charger, it's just enough to have a charging cable. We have a bike here which does have the Rosenberg connector, so they are very similar to IEC connector, as we can see here. So here I need to know which side I have to put the bike and which side I have to
note
put
it for you.
I have to put to the infrastructure. Thanks a lot. So I know that the coded cable goes to bike, but it's magnetic, so it's not like the, for example, my Bosch bike when I return home deep in the night, maybe after a beer or two, and I need to charge my bike. I'm physically not able to match the pins in the connector. So this magnetic connector just do flip and it's connected. So now, unfortunately, this bike is fully charged. So we won't see here the charging procedure. Normally, this will start flashing and the charging starts immediately. Very fragment question is, how do I pay for this? I do not pay for this. The owner of the location is providing this me as the service, probably as the water to clean my hands in the toilet or the internet in the room. So the charging for the bikes is a natural service because the consumption of the electricity is fairly low for e-bikes, so it will be a bit nasty to charge the similar money as for the cars. If I put the cable back, the final stage, which is also energy bus promoting, is to have a one cable which will be very similar to USB-C cable or USB-C PD cable, which has the same ends at the sides. So I would not care which side to put on the bike and which side I put on the infrastructure. And also, this cable will probably be connected to my home charger because the chargers will have a detachable cables, the same as we can see with the phones and with the electronic devices nowadays. So I think we will get there faster than with the USB-C, which takes about 15 years to develop, I think.
No. USB started in the mid-90s.
Okay, right.
So this is a long story. There was also, interestingly, an enabler, an industrial enabler. This was Steve Jobs when he started the Apple. In 1999, sold his first computers, which exclusively had a USB interface. And yeah, customers, including me, get fooled by him. And all my printers and all keyboards, whatever, never worked anymore. So I ended up buying new printers and new. At that time, I'm very happy with it because before it was always hassle. And this really made life easier and it created a market for all kinds of accessories which haven't been possible before.
And there's one thing to add, because I think the users of e-bikes, the customers of the e-bike manufacturers, they really do have a right to vote which product they are going to buy. At the moment, they're not really notice which kind of charger they use. They just get the charger automatically with the bike. I think here the users have to be a bit more active because if someone will be offering me a phone without USB, now it's compulsory, but let's say 2 years ago, I won't buy it because I know that the USB is everywhere. Once the people will notice there is a universal connector they can use at the infrastructure, I think more and more they will be interested to pay attention how the e-bikes are being charged. And not to be forgotten that every charger has to be built, used, and also destroyed. And I know many e-bike users who are just throwing out their chargers because they have no more use. They bought a new e-bike with a completely different connector, and the digital electronic waste is being accumulated. Let's work against this.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And yeah, soon you will see this in your bicycle garage at your supermarket and parking multi-story building.
And the charging cable in your pocket.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks a lot for invitation. Bye bye. Cool. Yeah. Beautiful. What? Yeah. Closing? Sorry.